Hello. We're live, I believe. Hopefully everything's on, working. You guys can hear me. Welcome to another live, another Monday live. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your Monday, beginning of the week. Weather's not been so good, but we are here. So yeah, welcome to another Monday live, where I do a 20 question mock test and answer your questions live directly to you. So if you've got any questions, put it in the chat, and it'd probably be worthwhile me bringing up my chat box so I can see if there's any comments. So I'm just getting on my chat box, so give me a moment. Let's get that lighter so I can see what's going on. Right. Live, welcome. Hi, Dorian. Just got back in from a lesson and won't be able to join. That's fine. It's not a problem. Hopefully the lesson went well for you. So that's not a problem, Life. Stay in touch, though. He's just wishing everyone a good one. Hello. Safia To. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I ain't seen your name before, so I'm assuming you're new here. So welcome. Hello and welcome. Harriet sending out a message to everyone. Hello, and everyone here. Hello, Harriet. Hopefully you are fine. It's nice to see that you are back. I appreciate you keep joining in every week. I really do. You don't understand that. Good evening to you. Shami, I've not seen your name before, so I'm again assuming you're new as well. Hello, my exam is tomorrow, as in Tuesday. Let me know if it's AM or PM. You've got Contraflow. I'm assuming you're struggling with Contraflow. Live, PS, when you change to the other forum, will you still be doing your YouTube? I'll definitely keep in touch. The lesson was really good. Answer to your question, if you're still in here live, I'm going to be opening the doors to the Discord channel this evening, straight after. This is for everyone, by the way. For those of you that was here last week, I announced I'm doing a Discord server to move all you guys off of YouTube into the Discord server, because you guys are putting lots of comments on the videos and the comments are all over the place. And it's very hard now for me to keep track of that. So what I've done is create a Discord channel where you guys can jump in, ask questions, help each other out, because you're all on the same journey. You have a direct access to me. I will do video rooms in there, chat rooms in there from time to time. The doors will be opening today. So I've got a Zoom call straight after this, and that should be finishing about 7:15. So once that's finished, I'm going to jump into the back end of YouTube on this video, this live, because it goes up after this is done. And in the description, I'm going to put the link to the invite, and on the pinned comments, it will be a link to the invite. And all future videos for the next 3 or 4 months, I'll always have the invite in the description and as a pinned comment. So you guys can join Discord about 7:30. Like I said, the description should be done, written invites there. Just jump in, do what it tells you to do, read the rules, and make comments in there. Also make suggestions. There's a suggestion room in there for improvements, because like I said, I just done the basic stuff. It will be molded and I'll be guided by you guys in terms of what you want to see in there and what you want taken out of there. And it's just going to become a community for everyone who's looking to do the theory test and the driving test. And there's certain rooms. And then in the next couple of weeks, I've got a membership course coming. Now that this course out the way, I can focus on that. And hopefully by the second week of August, the membership course will be up and running. And again, I'll announce that and explain how that works. So yes, live, it will be up, and I will still be doing the answer. The main question you asked, I will still be doing lives. But the advantage of Discord, I can jump in there anytime and add another live in there as and when. And anyone in the Discord will be notified straight away. So that's the advantage of being in Discord. Laura, welcome. Oh, I've not seen your name before. Maybe I've missed it or seen it, but not recognized it. Oh, third week. So thank you for keep coming back. I appreciate that. Hopefully you're learning something about it. You're learning something from me. If you've got any questions, let me know. And I shall do my best to answer. Again, the name that I've not seen before. I'm happy to be on a live learning session. Yeah, if you've got any questions, let me know. And I'll answer it personal to you. My exam's today 8. I'm assuming 8 p.m. How are you feeling about that? Are you ready? Have you got any questions, any doubts, concerns? Let me know in the chat. If I don't get to speak to you during the live, I'll wish you the best of luck with that. And just remember what I always say, read the questions carefully, read the answers carefully, make sure you take your time, breathe in between, especially if you're feeling stressed about it, just take deep, deep breaths. But I do wish you luck with that, Asas. And let me know how you get on. PM test and you're struggling to understand Contraflow. I've got a video. Sorry, let me just go back to... So I'm just trying to find the original comment. There we go. Right, so your original comment is you got your test tomorrow. Right, so you got time. On the channel, I've got a Contraflow video, explains both of them, the one for the dual carriageway motorway and one for the one-way street. So watch that video. After you watch that, you should be fine. So there's actually a Contraflow video on the channel itself. I think I've done it about 5-6 weeks ago. Just checking in, people, this great guy helped me pass my test. Mardi, thank you for the kind words. Listen to him, I'm telling you. Mardi, thank you for the kind words and thank you for coming back. Have you started your driving yet? Let me know. What is the double click method on, or how do you gain double? I'm assuming that's method, what you got there. The double click method is when you see the problem, you click twice. So you go click, you see the problem, click, and you go 1, 2, click again. If you want more details, there's a video again on the channel about 4 weeks now, 5 weeks ago. A deeper dive into the hazard perception. It tells you when to click, how to click, not too many times, blah, blah, blah. So jump on that video. But the double click method is seeing the problem, click once, then count 1, 2, and then go again. Hopefully you caught what I said live, and like I said, join the Discord channel when you've got time. As much as you can't stay today, come back to this live and click on the link. It takes you directly into the Discord. That's for all of you, to be honest. Just jump in and start talking. Last week I passed my first test. 49 out of 50 is high. Well done to you. And 70 out of 75. Again, that's high. Well done. I suppose the only problem was with my English. That's why I missed one question. But anyway, thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully you, well, not hopefully, you did learn something from it and you passed it. So well done, and thank you for coming back and letting me know. Let me know in the chat if you're starting your driving lessons or you're looking to book a driving test. Can you explain the motorway countersign? What do you mean by motorway countersign? Just explain what you mean by counter sign. And you got S. Sorry, Laura, just explain that. I'm not understanding that. Motorway studs, Simone. You guys, right. Motorway studs. Again, there's a video, it's probably about a year old now, to be honest. Still up to date. Motorway studs. Let me quickly explain that. Motorway studs are green for the slip roads, red for the left-hand lane stroke hard shoulder, white in the middle lane, and amber for the right-hand lane. And if you watch the video, it gives you a simple way of remembering. It's to do with the letters R in motorway for the left, W for white in the middle, A for ambers on the right. And that video explains in more detail. It's about 2 minutes long, give or take. But that's the basics. Green, slip road. Red, left-hand lane stroke hard shoulder. White in the middle and ambers on the right. But if you watch the video, it gives you a simple way of remembering it. Asma, can add some for hazard please? I'm assuming you want me to do a hazard perception. I'm not set up for hazard perception today. Like I said, I got a Zoom call straight afterwards. But again, on the channel, there is a video that goes into detail about the hazard perception. I noticed from the comments as well, you guys are struggling with that. What I'll probably do next week is probably do a hazard perception next week, or I may even jump into Discord later on this week if you guys join and do it live. I can do it live in the Discord as well. So join the Discord just in case I decide to jump in there and do one live. And I will notify everyone that's in there so you get the message nice and early as well. But I will probably do a hazard perception next week because you guys are still asking for that, even though the video is on there, on the channel. Thank you so much. Couldn't get this far without Father God, you and the help of others loving this journey. Yeah, I want to see you get to the end of it. So yeah, keep me informed about your driving lessons. Hello, I know you have not seen my name before. Nope, definitely not seen your name before. You might think that I'm new, but I have been watching your videos. And last week I passed my theory test with a score. Again, 49 out of 50, that's high. Well done. And 68 out of 75. Again, I appreciate you guys, you coming back and letting me know. Even though you passed your theory test, join the Discord channel because it's about the driving as well in there. There will be some driving rooms in there where I can show videos, and I will be going in there from time to time talking about driving lessons and driving tests. So even though you've passed, still join the Discord channel. That's for all of you. Even though you may have passed the theory side of it, still join the Discord, because I can help you with your driving and use the apps that I use on my driving lessons and give you a bit more details, left turns, right turns, roundabouts, that type of stuff, moving forwards. Hi, good to be back. I'm glad you're back as well. How you doing? You thanked me just by coming up and turning up and watching. That's my thanks. You told me you passed. I appreciate that. And by coming and keep watching, that's your thank you to me. Just keep coming back. Hi Don, thank you so much. Your video helped me. I passed my theory test again. Someone passed. Well done to you guys. First time on live video. Well done in passing. Let me know in the chat, are you going to be doing driving lessons or booking a driving test? Lynn, nice to see you. Welcome. Again, I've got a video. I've literally done a video on that. Again, I want to say about 5 weeks ago. Road markings. It covers every road markings and the red routes, yellow lines, hazards, center lines. It's got all of them in there. You're going to get more information from that than me doing this, saying it on here. Because it's visual as well. I put all the lines in there, so I've done visual clues in that video on there. Can you talk diversion signs? There's nothing to talk about. Diversion signs are the yellow and black ones. They can show you any color, any shape on the test. All the question is what does it mean? It's a diversion marker. So if you've got a yellow, black sign, square, I think it's squares, triangles, circles, it makes no difference which one they show you. It's a diversion marker. That bit's really easy. Don't stress over it. I do another pass. Well done to you. I passed my favorite test. I got 44 for multiple choice, 49 for hazard perception. All right, just passed it, but a pass is a pass. Still keep your knowledge up to date because there's still a weakness in that. But well done for passing And thank you for coming back and letting me know. I really appreciate it. Can you explain the motorway countersigns? I still don't understand what countersigns are. Am I missing something here? Can you explain what motorway countersigns are? I don't know what countersigns are. Or maybe you're wording it wrong. That's why I don't understand it. But yeah, sorry, I'm not getting that. I don't know what countersigns are. I'm having an international driver's license. I want to switch to UK driver's license. Please, I need your help. I have an international driver's license and I want to switch to a UK driver's license. The only way you can exchange your license is if the country is part of the exchange plan. I can't help you with that. The only thing I could suggest that you do is jump onto the DVSA website. It will have the information on there. If the country that you're from, if it has an exchange with the UK, then it can be done. But if not, then it can't be done. You're going to have to get a UK license. But like I said, jump onto the DVSA website, dvsa.gov.uk, I think it is. Just jump on that, type in international license. It'll take you to the section that you needed, and then you can go for the list of countries. And if your country is listed, just follow the online prompts. If not, and you can't exchange your license, then you have to get a UK license. But because you've got an international license, you can drive for a year on the international license in the UK until you take your driving test and pass, but it's only for a year. I wish to start driving this, but unfortunately there's no instructors in my area, Hampshire now. There's got to be instructors in your area. There's probably fully booked. My advice that I'm giving the pupils is go to the test centre, go to your local test centre and talk to the instructors direct rather than whatever it is that you're doing, Google recommendations. Go to the test centre. Obviously, they're going to be there waiting for their people to come back from driving test and talk to them direct. They may be able to get you onto their because if someone passes, they've got a space. If they've got a waiting list, they can fit you onto the waiting list, but that's your best bet. Is go to the test centre itself, driving test centre, and talk to the instructors direct. That's your best bet at this point in time. I don't booked 26th of August. I'm assuming that's your theory test you booked for the 26th of August, which is just a little more than a month away, 4 weeks. So you've got 4 lives, because I'm going to be here every Monday, unless something happens. And if you've got any questions, let me know. And hopefully studying. And again, join the Discord. That's going to be really helpful for you if you've got a test coming up in 4 weeks' time. Any issues, jump in there, type a question. You can put @Dorian, and that will ping me a message to let me know someone's tagged me. And I can answer your questions direct rather than waiting every 7 days for a live. You can just jump in there, ask any questions whenever you feel like. Thank you, LM. I appreciate that. I appreciate you coming and watching. Practical, Mardi. Practical's in November and have had 25 hours so far. The test is in East London. Need to practice my reverse bay park. I want to learn the 45-degree method rather than the 90-degree. Mardi, first of all, in the chat, you said East London. What part of East London we're talking about? And are you doing it with an instructor? So type in the chat. Let me just start this. What part of East London you're taking your test? And are you doing it with an instructor? As I said, I'm not set up to do hazard perception. My iPad's not hooked up. I will do one definitely next week because you guys seem to be asking for that. And again, like I said, join the Discord once 7:30 onwards. Come back to this video, look in the description. The link will be in there. I may even just jump in Discord this week and just do a hazard perception for those of you that's joined. Appreciate that. 7th of August. Okay, that's not too far away. So again, hopefully you're doing the studying and that's all going well for you. Again, if you've got any questions, let me know in the chat and I can answer it directly to you. The Discord link will be in the description of this video, 7:30 onwards, because I've got a Zoom call straight afterwards. I will come back because YouTube processes this for HD and 4K. It takes time for it to go up onto YouTube, but by the time I finish my Zoom call, it should be up. And it will be in the description and it will be in the comment on this live. And any future videos. I normally do a video every Thursday as well, and it will be in that video. That's where the link will be, LM. I am, I got LM now, so sorry. I got I am, I thought that's a dot. Can you talk, as in, right, it's cryptic messages. Can you talk about what in particular? Let me know. I want to thank you for your help because I passed 47 much. I think I put that one up already, but 49 has a perception. Yeah, I put it up already, but well done in terms of passing. And thank you for coming back and letting me know. I've done my test is in the 3rd of the 8th, so that's next week. Just want to be sure of the test is December. No, it's not. What? Let me put that up for a second. I'll come back to that in a second. Right. Let me, oh, there's lots of them here. Right, let me do a quick overview like I normally do every week. I don't assume there's new faces in there as well. I don't assume you guys know how the theory tests work. So let me just do a quick overview and then I will come back to that last message about the same as the app. So it's multiple choice questions. You got A, B, C, D, you got 4 options. It's 50 questions and it's out of 14 different categories. If you didn't know, they've got 14 different categories. Again, on the channel, if you're new, just starting to study, in the Study With Me series, I've covered all 14 categories with a 20 question mock test. It breaks it down in simple terms and gives you a head start in terms of your categories. The time that you have to do the test is 57 minutes. And you have to get 43 out of 50 to pass that side of the theory test. I'll be honest with you, if you study properly, you're never going to take 57 minutes, but if you have to take it, because read the questions carefully, read the answers carefully, and you just take whatever time it needs. A lot of you guys are still rushing the test. I had one this morning, she done it in 8 minutes. Guess what the result was of her mock test? Failed it. And when we went through it on a one-to-one basis, I think it was 5 of those, she claimed she knew the answer. That's because she rushed it. There's no way you are going to understand 50 questions in 8 minutes. That makes no sense. I don't even do the mock test in 8 minutes, and I do it every single week. So she has to learn to slow herself down. When you are doing your mock test, you are not in a rush. When you go for the real test, you are not in a rush. So don't rush it. It makes no sense. There's no benefit in it. Once you've done your 50 questions, you click end and then you go into your hazard perception. There's no time limit on that. It's 14 videos. 13 of them have single hazards. You can score a maximum of 5 and one of them's got a double 2 5s. You need 44 out of 75. Ideally, you want 4s, sorry, anything above 3 on your videos. So you need to average at least a 3. If your average is below 3, you're going to fail. Ideally on your double, you want an 8 or a 9, but you definitely want a minimum of 6. 2 3s gives you 6. But ideally 8 or 9 when you have perception. That way, if you do get a 0 or 2 or a 1, that brings you, or keeps your average up on the hazard perception. And again, I have got a video on the channel that goes into deep dive on the hazard perception itself. But as I said, I will do one next week. I may even jump into Discord and do one as a trial run for all the new guys in there when that comes. There's no trick questions. The questions are worded badly. It comes across sometimes it's like they're trying to trick you, but it's just worded badly, written badly. So that's why I say read the questions very carefully, read your answers very carefully. You're always looking to go for a safe option. I normally say if it's got safe, safety, safely, shortlist it as a possible answer. You can always change your answer later on. It doesn't always work, but if it's got the word safe, safety, safely in it, you have to shortlist it because the theory test is about safety. And if it's not a safe outcome, then it's going to be a controlled outcome. But the controlled outcomes are normally to do with the motorway ones or first aid in terms of controlling situations. And do not overthink the theory test. Once you start overthinking it, you're looking for a wrong answer. It's black and white. If they give you an answer, question A, B, C, D, that's the information they gave you. That's all the information you need to deal with. Do not start adding stuff into the question. Do not take stuff out of the question. Because once you do that, it's a different question, which means you're going to go for a different answer. Don't make the theory test about you. It's not about you. It's generic. When I mean generic, it has to be the same for everyone taking it across the country. Once you make it personal to you, then you're gonna go for the wrong answer. I'll give you an example. I think it was about 2 weeks ago. The question was, what's the speed limit? So how do you know what the speed limit is? And the people walk 20 miles an hour. When we went through it, he said the speed limit outside my house is 20. He made it personal. Outside his house is 20, but outside my house it's not. The answer is street lights. So it's a generic answer. So do not make the theory test about you. It's not personal. So that's an overview of the theory test. I just want to come back to the question that was asked. It was this one. Right. Hello, Dorian. My test is on the 30th of August. I'm assuming that's next month. I just want to be sure in the theory test is the same as the app 4-in-1. No, it's not. The layout is the same. Question, 4 options. You can flag it just like you can in the 4-in-1 app. That is yes. The questions are sample questions, and that's something you guys are still doing. Some of you are still memorizing the answers. Some of you are learning and understanding, but you're still getting into the test, the real test, assuming the question is worded the same. The answers are worded the same. It's not. No matter what app you use, they're sample questions. I've never seen the real questions, and I've been doing this, well, the classroom stuff for 8 years. It's the feedback I get from my pupils. I have a rough idea of how the question's worded. Because remember, we send pupils in every single week. They come back and they feed back to us. So let me just repeat. The apps that you guys are using are sampled questions. The question's going to be similar, but not exactly worded the same. But the outcome is still the same, as in safety or control. That's why if you understand it, regardless of how they word it, you're going to pass it anyway because you fully understand what they're asking for. But if you memorize the answers, memorize the questions, you're asking for trouble. So hopefully that clears that up. How many hours would you need before you can take your test, manual car? That I can't answer. Everyone's different. It depends how quick you can take in information. It depends how often you're having lessons. If you're going to have lessons 1 hour every single week, it's going to take you a long time. If you're having 2 hours every week, it's going to be shorter, still a long time. If you're having 4 hours a week, it's going to be shorter. And it also depends how you retain the information. So that's not something I can ask. And it's whether you're a practical person as well. Not everyone's a practical driver. They do have to learn how to coordinate and multitask. If you're a natural driver, then obviously it's going to be a lot quicker. So I'll repeat, that question I can't answer. Not without seeing you drive anyway. If I saw you drive, that's a different story. But I'm not seeing you drive. I have no idea what you're like. Your videos have been amazing also. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You asked the question, how many hours? Are you taking driving lessons now? Is that why you're asking? Just let me know in the chat, yes or no. I'm getting ready for my ferry on the 17th of next month. Again, 7/14/21. You've got quite a while. So you've got at least another 3 Mondays lives. Again, join the Discord. Ask any questions in there. And I'll ask any questions now and I'll answer it for you if you've got any issues as well. I'm doing this is Gloria. I had my theory test Friday 21st and I passed 47 out of 50. Well done, Gloria. Has a 52. Thanks for your videos and your email response on glancing over watching your mirrors. Yeah, you did say you felt confident with the theory side of it, but now you know when you go for the driving, the mirrors play a massive part of your driving test as well. But well done for passing and thank you for coming back and letting me know. Again, I keep saying it, join the Discord, because like I said, the Discord is not just for the theory side of it, it's for the driving side as well, because I want to help you guys pass that driving test as well. And if I've got to go in there and do classes, as in teaching you left turns, right turns, roundabouts, I'll do that as well. Pass my theory test today. Well done, Lloyd. Yes, well done to you. 45 out of 50 has perception, 69 out of 75. Well done. Again, thank you for coming back and letting me know. I appreciate that. Let me know if, again, you're going to book lessons or you're looking to book a driving test. Yes, I have an instructor and it's in Chingford. Chingford, wow. Is that where you're taking lessons? I know that, right, so I didn't even read the last bit. I know the area quite well as I grew up in Walthamstow originally. I used to do driving lessons in Chingford and do a driving test in Chingford. Right, so I just saw your comment was doing a 45-degree angle. I want to learn the 45-degree parking method rather than the 90-degree. Chingford doesn't have a car park. So if they do it, I can't even remember what car parks they use. It's been so long I've been to Chingford, but they don't have a car park. Chingford, you park on the main road. And they will go into a public car park. The chances are if you go into a public car park, oh, what am I talking about? Yes, they've got a car park across the road. And you can park on the main road for Chingford, or you can park in their car park, which is across the road. They'll accept either one of those, but they prefer you to actually park up in their car park. I don't know if they've still got the car park because they ain't been there for years. My advice is rather than do the 45-degree, do the 90-degree one. I think that's what you said, right? Let me just do that again. I want to learn the 45-degree rather than the 90-degree. Yeah, I probably agree with that. Do the 45-degree, but if you park up in their car park at the start of your driving test and they give you bay parking first backwards, you're probably going to have to do the 90-degree one because they want you to come fully out of the bay. Now, if they take you into a public car park to do it, you can park your car at the angle to go in there. But if you're already in it, you got to come out and you have to go parallel with the bays. That's the only downside with that. But again, your instructor will explain a little bit more about that. But hopefully that helps. Yeah, but I know Chingford pretty well. Grace, hello. Where it tells you how far motorway exit, example 3, 2, 1. Right. They are called countdown. The countdown, that's what you meant. You keep saying counter. They're countdown markers. So they're counting you down. 300 yards, 200 yards, 100 yards. And I believe I've got a video on the channel as well. And the colors, be careful. Let me just quickly go through that. So they're called countdown markers. The colors are blue and white for motorway, green and white for dual carriageway, red and white for level crossing without gate or barrier, and black and white is for roundabouts. So it's the all yards, 300 yards, 200, 100, but they're called countdown markers. That's what it is. So Laura, sorry, I didn't understand what you meant, but yeah, they're called countdown markers. Thank you for persevering and clearing it up. Yeah, exactly. If you study properly, you take your time, you're still going to have plenty of time left over anyway. So there's no benefit in rushing the mock test when you're practicing and also the real test. Remember, the whole point of doing the mock test is to practice how you're going to do it in the real test. It's no point rushing your mock test and then try to slow yourself down in a real test. It doesn't work. So you're practicing how you want to be in a real test. It's 8 p.m, sir. Struggling with safety margin and hazard awareness. I'm assuming when you say hazard awareness as to hazard perception, safety margins is very simple now. All that's got to be is 2-second gap. If you're doing 40 miles an hour more, it's a 2-second gap. They'll ask you how much longer will it be in wet. It's double, either 4 seconds or just double. And ice and snow is up to 10 times longer. That's the answers you're looking for. So 2-second gap, 4-second gap, or double, or if it's ice and snow, up to 10 times longer. I wouldn't stress over your safety margins in terms of if the weather conditions, if that's what you mean. It doesn't come up that often. And even if it did, it's only going to come up in 1 form, maybe 2 at most. But if you're not over 48, you're passing. That's the way you want to look at it. But don't stress over questions you feel like you're struggling, because it may not even come up. In my experience, the people who worry about it take the eye off the ball with the ones that do know, if that makes sense. The Zoom meeting's my personal. I get trained as well. The Zoom meeting's got nothing to do with you guys. That's me doing more stuff for you guys. So I'm getting trained on that by my mentor. So don't worry about the Zoom. There's nothing to do with you, Grace. Don't have to worry about that. I start next week doing 4 hours of lessons a week. It's quite expensive in West London. It's expensive, full stop. Not just West London, it's expensive, full stop. You're doing 4 hours of lessons a week. When you say 4 hours, could you break that down for me? Are we talking about 4 single hours or 2 times 2? Hey, how long should I read for my theory? Where do I start? Buy a book or download an app? Just applied for my provisional. What next? Right, let me break this down. How long should you read for the theory? That I can't answer. Everyone's different. That I definitely can't answer. You need to decide how much information you can take in terms of studying. So if you can study for an hour, then do it for an hour. If you can only study for 30 minutes at a time, do it for 30 minutes. You've got to make it personal to you, because everybody is different. Where do you start? Again, that's down to you. If you're a book reader, get a book. Theory test books are out there. If you're not a book reader, then maybe an app is better. But again, you have to decide what's better for you. If you want my advice, I would go down the app route, because it's more direct. The books are more general, but the apps are more direct. It's more laser focused to the theory test, where the theory test books is more general for driving and theory. And where do I start? By a book or download? I've just applied for my provisional. If you've just applied for your provisional, then it's on its way. There's nothing more to do. Just sit back and wait for that to arrive. Make sure when it does arrive, check the details. Study. When you're ready, book your theory test. Hopefully that helps you, Sarah. I'm looking to book one, but I live around Glasgow. Oh yeah, we had a few of you guys from Glasgow about 3-4 months ago. So yeah, Glasgow's a busy area for you guys. If you're looking to book in Glasgow, again, I'm assuming when you say book, you're looking for a driving test in Glasgow. Again, I'll give that little tip that I gave a few months back. For those of you looking to book a driving test, the waiting time is long, but every Monday, 6 a.m. is early, yes, but 6 a.m. the DVSA release new dates. So if you're looking for a driving test, wake up early Monday morning, be online, make sure you've got your theory test certificate, your provisional license, because you need those 2 bits, and then hopefully you can log on and then find dates. It may take you a few Mondays, because obviously everyone's doing it. But if you want I say quick date, that's the best way of doing it, is jump on Monday morning before 6 o'clock, about 10 to 6, 5 to 6. When they go live, you're there, logged in, and you just choose a date. Once you choose a date, it gives you 15 minutes to fill in the details, pay for it, and that date's yours. And also, another tip, whatever date you get, take it, because it's a bargaining tool. You can always swap it. If your instructor is part of the communities and WhatsApp groups, he may be able to swap it with another instructor by bringing it forwards if it's too far back. So book a date, take it, whatever date they give you, rather than thinking that's too far, I'll try again next week, because it's going to be further than it was the week before, if that makes sense. I passed my theory test today. Big thanks to you. Always watch your videos 100%. Right, what I'm going to do before this goes on, right. Naily, I find it hard to master the theory test. Is there another way to pass? No, there isn't. If you find it hard to master the theory test, take your time, take it in stages. Again, the best way to do that, start small. If you use the app, again, I can't speak for the other apps. The apps that I use is Driving Test Success. That's the app that I use. That's the one that I have most success with. You can start with 10 questions. Just literally 10 question mock test all the time. And then when you're comfortable with that, move to 20. Then when you're comfortable with that, move to 30, and so on until you get to 50. Take it in small stages, but you have to master it to pass it. There's no other way. Hello, Kate. Hopefully you are well. They have a car park across the road and there's a public car park down the road at a pub. If a car park across the road is a slight angle, which is why I prefer to learn for 45 degree. Yeah, but as I said, maybe it's changed, because I'm only talking from years and years ago when I used to do tests down there. When you come out, if you park up in that car park and they want you to do bay parking, you have to come out and you have to turn right. You can't come out and leave the car at angle, because technically you're just coming straight back in. That's the disadvantage of starting off in the car park itself. But as I said, your instructor will have more up-to-date information on what Chingford would allow. But I know back in the day when I was there, they did not allow that if you parked up in a car park already in the bay. Hello, Samantha. You got your test on the 29th. I'm assuming that's 29th of this month, which is towards the end of the week. Hopefully you are ready for that. Again, let me know if you've got any questions that you want answered. You started early today. No, 4:30. It's already scheduled for 4:30, so I can't go any earlier. It's 4:30 every Monday. Technically, it's supposed to be 4:30 to 6 o'clock. So every Monday it's at 4:30. It's scheduled by YouTube, so I can't go any earlier than 4:30. I can go later, but I can't go earlier. It's you're late. Abby, hi Dorian, how are you? I'm fine. Hopefully you are fine, Abby. I failed my theory test on Saturday. Failed it 42 and 65. I was very worried about for one that I cried all day. It does that to you. I've said it in the past. It does knock you for 4 on the theory test. And I always say to my pupils, if they do fail it, feel sorry for yourself for 24 hours. That's fine. But after that, pick yourself up, dust yourself down and go again. So start with the categories that you got questions wrong in. And that's on the sheet they gave you or emailed you, because someone's starting to email you. And then re-study those categories and go again. It's a test. It can go either way. You're either going to pass it or fail it. But at least now you've got a baseline. You're 42. So you know exactly where your strengths are. And then you know where the weaknesses are by looking at the categories. My theory is tomorrow. What should I do tonight to prepare? Sleep well. That's the one thing. Get a lot of rest. If it's an AM test, just do what you do normally, to be honest. This is the same for you guys doing driving tests as well. If you normally have breakfast in the morning, have breakfast. If you don't have breakfast, do not have breakfast. Just go for your normal routine. In terms of studying, just brush up on anything that you aren't sure about, because you never know, it may come up on a test. And because you studied it the night before, it may jog your memory. But don't go studying hours after hours. If you don't know it by now, you're not really going to know it, to be honest. And when you go in there tomorrow, like I said, take your time and breathe. Let me know how you get on. No, it's 4:30. It used to be 5 p.m. and then I moved it, but that was 2.5, 3 months ago. You missed it. Okay, just book another one. It sounds harsh, but just book another one. You missed it. Book another one. Just get going again. Hi, fun me. Hopefully you are well. You're new. I've not seen your name before. Right, what I want to do before this gets out of hand, I want to start the mock test, 20-question mock test. Well, hopefully, yeah, if you've got any questions, let me know. Like I said, any doubts, any concerns, let me know. Sandy's wishing you good luck, Lloyd. Hi, Brandon. Hopefully you got my message in Discord. I'm going to, just in case you haven't been here at the beginning, I am going to update the description about 7:15 after I finish my Zoom call, and it will be in the description and the pinned comments as well. So expect a lot of people to jump in there and help them out if they are struggling. Do you suggest booking a practical test before? No, I don't. In my opinion, I think you should always be guided by your driving instructor, because your driving instructor knows best. Because what will happen is you'll book a driving test, then try to find an instructor, and then you're rushing to get ready with that. And to be honest, if you're not ready, your driving instructor is unlikely to take you, and then you've got issues. So you're better off trying to find a driving instructor first, and then let them guide you when to book a driving test. Now, if you've got a lot of driving ability, don't get me wrong, if you are done a lot of driving before, you just need a few more lessons, that's a different story altogether. But if you've got lack of driving experience, my advice is find an instructor first and let them guide you. It's very rare, and not that I do it now because I do pure intensive courses, but back in the day, it's very rare that I took someone on who had a driving test booked. It's too much pressure. With that, I like to get my pupils ready, leisurely, in time, and we do a plan in working towards a driving test. Now it's different because of COVID, spoiled everything, but yeah, I still like to do a plan and work with my people rather than trying to just cram in lessons and get ready. Right, sorry, I keep getting distracted by this. Right, let me set the mock test up. So any questions on the mock test, and I'll go through the rest of your comments in a minute. So, screen share. So it's 20-question mock test. For those of you that are new, the way this works is read the question, and then this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D, and all you do is put that into the chat. So, question, you're traveling along a residential street. There are parked vehicles on the left-hand side. Why should you keep your speed down? Children may run out from between the vehicles, which would be A. You may set off car alarms, which is B, so that oncoming traffic can see you more clearly, which is C. There may be delivery lorries on the street, which is D. So type in the chat A, B, C, or D. Okay, I'm assuming you meant you rebooked it for this Saturday. So you still got, well, the studying that you did previously is still going to go towards this one anyway. So you got an extra 5 or 6 days to get some more studying in. I wish you luck with that. Let me know how you get on. You finally joined the live. I'm glad you joined. Hopefully you learned something from this and come back. Hi, Tamara. Hopefully you are well. Sometimes I struggle to get onto the live. If you struggle, that's between you, your internet, and YouTube. It's got nothing to do with me. So if you are struggling, that's to do with your internet or YouTube not letting you on. No problem, Sarah. Hopefully that helped. Yes, I will definitely keep my fingers crossed for you. Let me know how you get on. Booked in Paisley. It's not too far from Glasgow. That's what I will be doing. If that works for you, yeah, but I'm assuming that you mean that's a driving test as well. Definitely still practice in Paisley. If you can get an early date in Paisley, that's fine. But practice in Paisley gives you a better chance of passing. All right, let me see what you guys are going for. Right, I've got difference of opinion here. Lots of different opinions. Josephine's come through the back door. Hello, Josephine. Hopefully you're well. Mercy, gone for A. Nile. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Butchering the names. I'm no good with names, unfortunately. Tamara's gone for C. Right, you guys have gone for A's and C's. Max has come from the back door. I've not seen Max before. Well, welcome. And B Fish has gone for C. Right, let's see what C is. Right, I'm just going to read the question again. Remember, you're going for safety. You're traveling along a residential street. There are parked vehicles on the left-hand side. Why should you keep your speed down? You guys, that's gone for C. So that oncoming traffic can see you clearly. That's not safe. You don't care whether they see you or not. That's not your problem. It's whether you can see children run out. The children may run out from between vehicles. That's a safety factor. You mustn't hit anything. If someone hits you, there's nothing you can do about that. So it's going to be A. What should you do if you become tired while you're driving on the motorway? So what should you do if you become tired while driving on the motorway? Close all your windows and set the heating to warm. Pull up on the hard shoulder and change drivers. Leave the motorway at the next exit and rest. Increase your speed and turn up the radio volume. Again, just type in the chat, let me know. I think it's great that you made a Discord, though. The lives you do is where people can ask questions during the live only, whereas Discord people can ask for help. Yes, that's exactly why I did it. A lot of people are asking on the videos, but because they're scattered all over the place, it's hard for me to keep track of the conversation. So in Discord, it's all kept in one place, and I'm in there to help, and you and Frank are in there, can answer questions. You can help each other, right? It's not, you don't need me in there to answer questions, because I'll repeat, all you guys are on the same journey. Laser beam. I don't hope all is well. I just want to let you know that I passed after my 2 attempts. 45 out of 50, well done. And 59 has a perception. Thank you for all your help. Not a problem. Not a problem. Thank you for coming back and letting me know. Sharina, I have my test this week, Friday. Again, you've got 3 or 4 days to get more studying in. Ask any questions that you may be struggling with. Again, at the end of this live, about 7:30, come back to this live on YouTube, look in the description and join Discord. If you've got any issues leading up to Friday, let me know and I can answer it. Right, let me see what you guys are going for. Hello, Evelyn, sneaking through the back door. Welcome. Solomon, welcome. Wazim, welcome. Welcome. Right, you guys are going for C's. All got difference of opinion. Simone, you got a C. Again, Tamara, you've gone for B. So there's difference of opinion there. What's B? Pull up on the hard shoulder. What happens if it's just you driving on the motorway tomorrow? How can you change drivers? Remember, it's got to be a generic answer. So if you're driving on the motorway on your own, you can't change drivers. And plus, you should not go on the hard. This is for everyone. Hard shoulders are for emergencies only. You feeling tired is not an emergency. So that can't be safe. Read the question carefully. I always say look for golden nuggets in the question. Sometimes it gives you clues to the answer. What should you do if you become tired while you're driving the motorway? What do you normally do when you feel tired? Generally, you rest. Read the correct answer. Leave the motorway. You're leaving the motorway at the next exit and you're going to rest. So you're going to find a service station where you can pull up and rest. The clue is in the answer. That's what I said. Look for golden nuggets. That's what I said. Read the question carefully, pick out your golden nuggets, read the answers carefully, and that's how it works. That's why you can't. I'm not saying you guys are rushing, but that's what happens if you rush. You skim over the obvious bits, as in tired. Who may use a toucan crossing? Cyclists and pedestrian. If you guys see my video on crossings, you should get this. Cyclists and pedestrians, motorcyclists and pedestrians, only cyclists, motorcyclists and cyclists. I'm assuming with the name like Lloyd Jerry Productions, I get what you're saying. Send me an email and we can talk. info@drivingtheoryuk.com. So it's info, same channel name, drivingtheoryuk.com. And let me know it's regarding this live, because my memory is bad. So let me know it's regarding the live and then we can talk. But thank you for the offer, Lloyd. I appreciate that. I really do. For me, yes, I've been learning so much. I'm glad you are learning something. I'm glad the videos are helping all of you guys, to be honest. Appreciate that. Ali, my third test for bike results was 49 for the bike. Well done, 49 out of 50, wow, high. And has a perception 60. So you are ready to do your motorbike test. Well done to you. All right, let me see what you guys are putting. A, Samantha's gone for A. I got A. Harriet's gone for A. Laura, you've gone for C. Let me see what C is in a minute. And again, got A's. Right, most of you have gone for A's, not C. Right. Let's deal with C first. Only cyclist. Again, the question, if you don't know what toucan is, that's what it stands for, by the way. Who may use a toucan is two can cross at the same time. So you have to have two in there. So because you've gone for C, it's only one, it's only cyclists. So you can eliminate that. It's actually cyclists and pedestrians. When it says cyclists, it means a cyclist can legally ride across the crossing with pedestrians. Again, I have got a video out on the crossings. I think it's a traffic light one, and it's got all that in there. What does this sign mean? Always look at the image first and then go to the answers. So what does this sign mean? Look at the image and then go to the answers. Roundabout, no vehicles, mini roundabout, ring road. Emmanuel, I just saw your message. Has perception. If you pass the theory side of it, then you're on board with that. Keep that going, the studying wise. And has perception, obviously you need work on that. Again, if you haven't seen the video on has perception that I've done before, watch that one. I will be doing a live has perception next week with a 20 question mock test, because it looks like you guys are still struggling with that. Got your mod 1 and mod 2 for next month. That's interesting. I thought you had to pass your mod 1 first before you can do your mod 2. But you got both of them booked. Well, I hope you pass that. I hope you pass that. Let me know how that goes. What other apps can you use other than the driving test theory 4-in-1? The DVSA one, which is blue. Theory Test Pro is another one. James May is another one. There's quite a few out there. If you are on the Android or iOS, go onto their store, type in theory training, and then all the apps that's possible will pop up. But I would stick with the common ones, which is the driving test success, the 4-in-1, the DVSA one, and the Theory Test Pro. James May does a lot. It does a lot of explaining. It's not a bad app, to be fair, but he does a hell of a lot of talking on that, unnecessary for my benefit anyway. But you may want that. All right, let's see what you guys have put. A. Mummy Favor, sneak through the back door. You're new. I've not seen your name before, so welcome to you. A. So most of you have gone for A. A. Right, it's roundabout, big roundabout. Triangles are warnings. It's warning you of big roundabouts. They will never warn you about a mini roundabout. So it's a big roundabout. Another thing I will add to that as well, any questions that come up on the theory test about roundabouts, unless it's a sign, they're talking about big roundabouts. So let me just move that back up so you can see. Who's responsible for paying the, try it again. Who's responsible for paying the vehicle tax? The car dealer, the driver and vehicle licensing agency, otherwise known as DVLA, the driver of the vehicle, and the registered keeper of the vehicle. So who's responsible? How do I get the mock test that you're doing live? What app can I get this? This is a desktop app. This is Driving Test Success, but it's a desktop version because obviously I'm doing it for YouTube, so it's bigger. The last couple of videos I've done, and I'm doing one this Thursday, is the app version, which has a green background. So the app version is smaller writing, but the reason why I'm doing this as a desktop version, because it's bigger, it stands out clearer on YouTube on that. So it's still the Driving Test Success app. Rasim, yeah, it is. It is the best app out there in terms of reviews and everything else. But like I said, I use it because that's what I use in the classroom. And I got a 90 in the classroom anyway, 92% pass rate with the pupils. So why am I changing it? But I'm not saying that others can't help you. It's about how you study. Regardless of what app you use, you still got to study for it. And that comes down to you. The app is not going to help you pass if you don't study in the right manner. All right, let's take a look what you guys have got. Question, who's responsible? Right, I've got D. That's the same one. D. Wazim, you've gone for D. Right, I don't see a difference of opinion. Oh, yes I do. A. And I've seen another A, so 2 A's. Right, the car dealer is the person who sells you the car. They're not responsible for paying tax. The person responsible for paying tax is the registered keeper of the vehicle. Whoever keeps the vehicle, whoever it's registered to, that's the person who's got to pay for it. So that's going to be that answer. The road is wet. Why would a motorcyclist steer around drain covers while they're cornering? To avoid splashing pedestrian on the pavement, to prevent motorcycle sliding on the metal drain covers, to help judge the bend using the drain covers as marker points, to avoid puncturing the tyres on the edge of the drain covers. Got a ferry test book for October the 9th. Do you think 3 months of revision is enough for me to pass? I got the app as well. JB. 3 months. JB, why so far away? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. If you can't give it a lot of time to study, then yes. But if you can study quite a bit during the weeks, my opinion, I think 3 months is too far away. You can overstudy and just drag it out. You're better off bringing it closer if you can get the time to study properly. If not, because obviously you know what your circumstances are. If you can only do a little bit here, a little bit there, then yeah, maybe 3 months is a lot better. But in my opinion, if you can study well for it, 3 months is too far away. You're dragging it out and it's unnecessary. Right, sorry, let's see what you guys have got. I've got C. No, welcome. Hello, are you all right? I've got B's. Again, got B. Right, I've got difference of opinion here. B's and C's. Right, let's take a look. Question, the road is wet. That's the key. The road is wet. Why would a motorcyclist stay around drain covers while they're cornering? Right, what did I have? B's and C's. To prevent the motorcyclist sliding on the metal drain. Drain, wet, that tallies. And then you guys went for C's as well, to help judge the bend using the drain covers as marker points. No, this is wet. For those of you that don't know, cycles, not just motorbikes, Cyclists as well will swerve around drain hole covers and manhole covers because the wheels do not grip, especially when it's wet. So it's going to be that answer. You're joining a motorway from a slit road. You are joining a motorway from a slit road. How should you deal with the traffic already on the motorway? Match your speed to traffic in the left-hand lane and filter to a safe gap. Use the slit road to accelerate until you're moving much faster than the motorway traffic. Stop at the end of a slit road. Look for a safe gap. Carry on. Oh, that's dyslexia kicking in. Carry on along the hard shoulder until you see a safe gap. Right, 3 of them have got safe gaps. Let's see what you guys go for. Zubia. I'm not able to book any tests, all booked. I'm assuming that's a driving test you're talking about. If you wasn't here earlier on, jump on the DVSA website, 6 o'clock, just before 6 o'clock on a Monday. That's when they release new dates. So jump on the DVSA website Monday mornings, just before 6. That's when they release new dates. You may have to do 2 or 3 Mondays because everyone's doing it, so you may miss out. But if you keep trying every Monday, you should get something if you persevere. Right, let's take a look what you guys are going for. Again, difference of opinion. I got D. A, let's put the A's up here. A. I got C. Right, okay. A's and A, B's and C's. Laura's changed her answer. C is wrong. D. Again, I've got A's. Right, A's. A's, C's, and D's. Right, let's take a look at the A. Right, read the question again. You're joining a motorway from a slit road. So you're coming from the slit road. How should you deal with the traffic already on the motorway? So you're coming on. Match your speed to traffic in the left-hand lane and filter into a safe gap. All right, let's take that one. That's the safest one. I'm not going to read that one because it hasn't got safe in it, so it's pointless. Stop at the end of a slit road. Right, you're stopping at the end of a slit road on a 70-mile-an-hour road. That cannot be safe because you're stopping. Even though it's got a safe gap in there, that can't be safe in any shape or form. Carry on along. Right, it says carry along the hard shoulder. Again, you don't need to go any further. You're driving on the hard shoulder. Can't be safe. So that has to be the safest one. As I said before, with the answers, if it's got safe in it, which all 3 of them have, shortlist as a possible. So just for example's sake, let's just say that was the right answer. You couldn't always go back and change it. That's why you shortlist as a possible. But that's the safest option out of all of them. Let me just explain why again. This one you're stopping on a 70-mile-an-hour road. That cannot be safe in any shape. This one you're driving on a hard shoulder. Hard shoulder for emergencies only. That's why that's not safe. You're matching your speed on this one to the cars already on the left-hand lane. That's why it's the safest option out of all of them. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. What should you do when you see an older person about to cross the road ahead? Speed up to get past them quickly. Stop and wave them across the road. Expect them to wait for you to pass. Be careful, they may misjudge your speed. JB, let me know why you've booked it 3 months. Just type in the chat, give me a brief explanation why you've done it 3 months, for 3 months' time. Samantha has put pass guarantee is good. You're talking about the 4-in-1 app. For those of you who didn't know, when you download the 4-in-1 app, it's got a pass guarantee. If you study the way they suggest and you take your theory test and fail it, they will refund your theory test fee. The app is $4.99. I think the test fee is $23.50. So as long as you study the way they told you to in the app and you fail, you're going to get your feedback. That's why it's worth having the app alone in itself. But Samantha's 100% correct. Got a pass guarantee on there. Right, let's take a look what you guys are going for. Right, D. Oh, oh no, it's not B, it's D. Okay, change your mind. D. Right, most of you are going for D's. Again, I don't see any difference of opinion. And none has gone for D. Right, most of you have gone for D's. Right, read the question. What should you do when you see no person about to cross the road? You're gone for D. Be careful, they may misjudge your speed. Right, stop. Speed up and get past them quickly. No, stop on with no. Expect to no. That's the correct answer. Apparently when you get older, speed and distance is an issue, so that's the reason why the answer is what it is. Why should you make sure that the indicators are cancelled after turning at a junction to avoid damage to the indicator relay, to avoid misleading other road users, to avoid flattening the battery, to avoid dazzling other road users? Oh, so you completed yours. Okay, well done. What test did you fail, the theory or driving? I'm assuming it's theory test. What score did you get? Yeah, once you weigh somebody, you're gonna fail your driving test anyway. And waving someone's not safe. Shani's just answered. Evelyn, number 7 was A. I believe in the chat you was asking. Evelyn, Shani's just put the answer for you. So number 7 was A. Right, so let me see what you guys are going for. Right. Let's get bigger. But again, sneaking through the back door. Nike. Welcome. Sneaking through the back door. I haven't seen you before. B. Right, difference of opinion. I got a C. B. Someone's B. Most of you have gone for, oh, another one, C. So Tamara and Sarah's gone for C's. I've got a D. I'm assuming that's still for the same question. I've got a D. Right, B, C, and D. Let's take a look at what we're talking about. Why should you make sure the indicators are cancelled after turning? To avoid damage to the indicator relay? No. To avoid misleading other road? Yes. To avoid flattening the battery won't get flat if you are driving and the indicator is still on. To avoid dazzling other road users? No. It's going to be stop misleading. Once you've done your left turn, right turn, you need to cancel the signal. Otherwise, you're confusing the driver behind or in front. What's the national speed limit on a single carriageway road? All right, let's see what you guys go for this. What's the national speed limit on a single carriageway road? 60, 40, 70, 50. JB, I appreciate the advice, mate. My friend actually said the same thing. Can I ask for, is there a way I'm able to reschedule? I booked 3 months just because I thought a longer study period would be better. Look, right, it depends on how you study. Like I said, if you are putting the time and effort in, 3 months is way too long. You're dragging it out. Yes, you can jump online. I'm assuming you booked it online. Jump online, have your paperwork ready, and all you do, log into your account and you can move it forwards. Just drag it forwards. It's your date. You can move it forwards, but move it forwards to a realistic time that you know you can be ready for. But like I said, in my opinion, 3 months, you're dragging it out for no reason. Especially if you studied all that time, wait 3 months, pass it. I won't say 3 months wasted. You could get on with other things. But yeah, jump online the way you booked it. And once you look and it's going to ask you for your details, it'll take you back into your account and then you can just move that date to a more suitable time for you. So hopefully that helps. It could be £23. I'm just saying £23.50. I know some people charge the booking fee if you don't go for the DVSA, so I'm not saying it is more. I'm just saying it's roughly about that price. Right, let's take a look at what you guys gone for. Right, I've got, again, difference of opinion, D. I've got A. Put that there. Lloyd, I got your message. Thanks. And I'll respond to your email later on in the week. It won't be today or tomorrow. It'll be later on in the week when I've got a bit more time. I appreciate that. Right, C's. And again, I've got a D. Right, let's take a look. National speed limit on a single carriageway. Right, so first and foremost, there's no other information in there. So they're talking about a car driver. That's the first thing. And on a dual carriageway, its maximum speed is 70. On a single carriageway, it's going to be 60. So the answer to that question is 60 miles an hour on a single carriageway. So it's A. You want to reverse into a side road. What should you do if you aren't sure that the area behind your car is clear? Right, this is an interesting one. This came up this morning. Right, you want to reverse into a side road. What should you do if you aren't sure the area behind your car is clear? Look through the rear window only. Check the mirrors only. Get out and check. Carry on assuming it's clear. Box with straight right. That's a new name. I haven't seen you before. Welcome. Pass on Saturday. Thanks for your videos. I got 49. You guys are getting high scores. Well done. Your videos plus the app helped a lot. Well done to you. Let me know in the chat if you're still in. Whether you're going to take driving lessons or looking to book a driving test. Are you ready for a driving test? Let's see what you guys are going for. I had to wait a couple of months for mine because they were fully booked from South Wales. Okay. Sorry, let me know if that's a driving test or a let me just start that. Let me know if that's a driving test or a ferry test that you just mentioned there, fully booked. Because I was under the impression Wales had a quick, if it's a driving test, I was under the impression that Wales had about 2. Oh, you did say a couple of months. That's about right. So if it's a driving test, don't worry. I just saw a couple of months because Wales apparently, based on the stats that the DVSA just released, Wales have got the quickest time to get a test. No, JB, don't do it now. Wait till the live finishes and then do it. I'm only joking. These videos helped me a lot of past. Well done to you. Could you do videos on how to prepare for your driving test, especially after not driving for so long? Leave that with me and I'll see what I can do. Oh, in saying that, I don't know if you just joined the video, join Discord because there will be a driving channel in there. You're more likely to get that video in the driving channel rather than on the YouTube channel. So join Discord. The way you're going to join Discord is when this live is finished, around about 7:30 when YouTube uploads it. I'm going to go into the description, add the new link and invite in the description and pin comment. So my advice is join Discord. You're more likely to get your preparing for a driving test in there than on the channel, or sooner in there than on the channel itself. Right, sorry, let me just see what you guys are going for. Again, difference of opinions. A. Let's make that bigger. C. Let's move that up. So I've got A's and C's. Again, C. And I've got C's. Right, C's. C's and A's. Right, let's take a look at A. Look through the rear view window. Or rear window only. No. Right, let me just quickly explain this. Breaking it down. When, get this back. When the question, you want to reverse into a side road, so you're reversing. What should you do if you aren't sure the area behind your car is clear? When they talk about the area behind the car, they're talking from the boot down. You can look through the back or rear view window all day long. You're not going to see from the boot down. So it's like they're talking about small child playing hide and seek, black bags, recycling bins that you can't see. So it's going to be C. Get out and have a look, or get out and check to make sure it's clear, then jump in and reverse. Now they can ask the same question. Little tip for you guys: ask the same question, but get out and check is not an option. So what it would be is ask someone to guide you. Remember, the theory test is always black and white, so there will be someone there to guide you. So it would be ask someone to guide you if get out and check is not your option. And I will repeat, they're talking from the boot down. You cannot see behind your car, behind the boot from the rear view mirror. So that's the reason why the answer is what it is. What should you do when you're overtaken a horse and rider? What should you do when you are overtaking a horse and rider? Go past slowly and carefully. Sound your horn as a warning. Go past as quickly as possible. Flash your headlights as a warning. Right, you're starting your lessons next week. Hopefully that goes well for you. I'm looking to take driving lessons. Thank you again. I look forward to your site to any friends. Thank you. I appreciate the recommendation. I really do. Oh, wow. So there's a couple of months of waiting time with the theory side of it. That's weird. At least you got one booked now. Discord. Yes, you can join it from today from about 7:30 onwards. You can jump in there and ask any question, post any comments in there. So it will be open, or the invite will be on this video itself from at least 7:30 once my Zoom call finishes. Can you please add the link to the hazard perception, please? That's on the website. That's on the YouTube. Just jump on YouTube on the channel itself, and it will take you to where you need to go to. Right, let's take a look what you guys are going for. Right, most of you have gone for A's. Let me just see if there's a difference of opinion. Right, all of you have gone for A's on this one. Go past slowly and carefully. Why have red routes, someone asked about red lines earlier on. Why have red routes been introduced into major cities? To raise the speed limits, to provide better parking, to help the traffic flow, to allow lorries to load more freely. Okay, what did you guys go for? Right, I've gone for C. See, most of you have gone for C's. And the answer is raise speed limits, no. Provide better parking, no. Yeah, to help traffic flow. That's what red routes are for. No stopping at any time, to help traffic flow in major cities, mainly like central London, that type of thing. Oh, interesting. You're driving on a one-way street. What should you do if you realize you've taken the wrong route? So what should you do? Always look at the image. It's a one-way street. What should you do? Turn around in the side road, continue and find another route, reverse into a side road, reverse into a driveway, reverse out of the road. Okay, you've got, is it YouTube? What are we talking about? Is it YouTube? Just clarify what you're talking about. Right, I've got B again. Most of you are going for B's. Difference of opinion. No. Lloyd said he got this today. The answer is B. Again, there's no difference of opinion, all B's. Yeah, it's a one-way street. You turning around into a driveway, reverse into the road is not going to change anything. You're still going the wrong way. So yeah, continue and find a different route. How will you benefit from following the manufacturer's service schedule for your vehicle? How will you benefit? Your vehicle will remain reliable. Your vehicle will be cheaper to insure. Your journey times will be reduced. Your vehicle tax will be lower. The one for sale. You're talking about Discord, I'm assuming 7:30 onwards, I believe. It's on. You got to go back to YouTube, look for this live, and then scroll down to the description or go into the comments, and it'll be pinned in the comments or in the description, and then click on the invite, and that will take you into Discord. So it's this video about 7:30 onwards when I've got time to change the description. Again, someone got that question today. That's how it works sometimes. You study and you get a familiar question. Right, let's see what you guys have gone for. A. Oops, straighten that up. A. Again, most of you have gone for A's. Have I got a difference of opinion? No, all A's. Yeah, your vehicle's going to be more reliable. Service your vehicle on a regular basis. Look after it. Saves you money in the long run. This junction, controlled by traffic lights, has a marked area between two stop lines. What's it for? Again, look at the image and then go to your answers. To allow people with disabilities to cross the road, to allow cyclists and pedestrians to cross the road together, to allow taxis to position in front of other traffic, to allow cyclists to position in front of other traffic. Right, let's see what you guys have gone for. Right, I've got D, D, D. Right, again, no difference of opinion at the moment. You've all gone for D's. Right, answer is to allow cyclists to position in front of other traffic. If you didn't know, that's the advanced stop line. So that's where you should be stopping at the first line, and then cyclists can be positioned here so they can be seen clearly. And again, I've done a video on this as well about 3 weeks back, explaining a bit more detail. How should you drive or ride in areas with traffic calming measures? If you didn't know, traffic calming measures are like speed humps, width restrictions, and chicanes. That's the 3 traffic calming measures. So how should you drive? In the center of the road, with headlights on dipped beam, at the speed limit, at a reduced speed. So let's see what you guys are going for. Just make sure I'm not missing any comments. Right, again, D, D, Shami, D, Lloyd has got a D. Right, again, most of you gone for D's. Portia, hello, how are you? I see you've gone, I'm assuming that's for this question, you've gone for A. And again, you've got D's. Right, can't be A because you're driving in the centre of the road. You never drive in the centre of the road if you can help it. It's going to be at reduced speed. Speed humps, you reduce your speed. Or traffic calming measures, you reduce your speed. On a vehicle, where would you find a catalytic converter? So on a vehicle, where would you find a catalytic converter? In the fuel tank, on the exhaust system, on the cooling system, in the air filter. Edward, welcome. Hi there, I keep passing my hazard awareness. I'm assuming you mean hazard perception. I need help with the multiple choices, and I think it's D. I'm assuming that's the question previous. If you need help with multiple choices, start off with the categories. That's my best advice. On the channel, Study With Me series, there's all 14 categories on that. It gives you a 20 question head start. I will stress again, join Discord. You can ask questions more directly in there and get more help a lot quicker than doing it on the sending questions on the YouTube videos. That's the best way forward for that. Right. I've got B's. B. B. Again, most of you gone for B. Let me just see if there's any difference of opinion. I'm assuming that's for this question. That's A. What I'm finding in the fuel tank is exhaust. Catalytic converter is an exhaust system. It just cleans up the fumes, spits it out, so it's cleaner environment. So it's catalytic converters on the exhaust system. That's a long one. You arrive at an incident. A pedestrian is bleeding heavily from a leg wound. The leg isn't broken and there's nothing in the wound. How could you help? Apply firm pressure over the wound. Keep the casualty's leg flat on the ground. Give them a warm drink. Dab the wound to stop the bleeding. Click on the invite. Come back to this video about 7:30. Click on the invite. That's going to be in the description or the pinned comment. It's nice meeting you. Hopefully I'll meet you in Discord as well. Right. A. A. Right, most of you gone for A's. No difference of opinion on this. Right, so all A's. What we got for A? Apply firm, yeah. Apply firm pressure over the wound. When they say heavily bleeding, they're talking about a cut from the artery. So what you do is tie something around it or squeeze very tightly to stem the blood flow. If they do ask the other question, how should you place their leg? It's above, raise it above the heart. That's the first aid question, by the way, sorry. Just in case you didn't realize what I was talking about. You stopped at the side of a road. What must you do if you've been waiting there for some time? Switch off your engine, switch off the radio, apply the steering lock, use your headlights. Right, what have you guys gone for? Right, quick off the mark again. A, Porsche, A, none of us gone for A. Most of you gone for A again. Let me just make sure there's no difference of opinion. J, Daxi, welcome. Oh, Gigi, nice to see you here. Welcome, welcome. Late, but welcome. All A's. Yeah, switch off your engine, save the... get this back down. Switch off your engine, save the environment. Save your petrol. And there, that's it. Right, let's come out of that. Right. So let me just quickly explain. Let me just say, I know I've been saying it all the way through, because this is, for me personally, it's a big thing, the Discord channel. Let me just repeat. This video is going to get, once I click end on the live, it's going to get processed by YouTube, and it will be up on YouTube. I've got a Zoom call pretty much now. When I finish off that call, I'm going to jump into the description, and I'm going to put the link for the Discord channel in the description and as a pinned comment. You guys just need to jump in the description or the pinned comment, makes no difference. Click on the link and that will take you into the Discord channel. You just have to do what it says in there, read the rules, join. You can go into any of the free rooms to talk, chat, all the rest of it. Post your questions in the relevance section. You're going to have direct access to me a lot sooner than just posting on any video. Rather than waiting every 7 days, I will be jumping in there from day to day on that. There's a couple of guys in there, Brandon and Frank, who's helping me run it. You guys can ask questions. You can do FaceTime in there. And I will be jumping in there at some point this week. I probably may do a live Has a Perception in there at some point this week. But those of you that want to Has a Perception on the live, I will do one next Monday with a 20-question mock test, because you guys seem to still be struggling on that. So that's what I suggest you do. And all the future videos for the next couple of months will have the invite in there. So if you don't join today, the video that comes on Thursday will have the invite in there. And it's free. And like I said, it's just to bring all you guys together, start talking, because you're on the same journey. You have the same emotions. By having all of you in there, you can keep each other's motivation up, basically. And I can go in there and talk to you guys. And like JB, ask him why he's booked his test 3 months away, because that makes no sense if you've got the time to study. But hopefully that made all sense to you guys. Hopefully you have got something out of this live as well. I've been filming your video for now, and that helps me a lot, though. Yet to have my theory test. Ask yourself why you're not booked it. If you've been watching the videos for a while, book a theory test. Let me just explain something as well with you guys. You can keep studying all day long. At some point, you've got to take it. So I'm not saying go in there when you're not ready. But what I'm saying is, if you've been watching the videos, you've been studying, you feel that you're ready, take it, book it. Because then it's gonna go one of two ways. You're gonna pass it, happy days, move on to your driving, or you're gonna fail it. But you've got a benchmark. If you fail, you know exactly what your next step is. Now you've got the Discord, you can actually post your questions you got wrong, not the question, but the category you got wrong. And I can now put a plan in place for you to move forwards. That's what the Discord is about. It's about helping you guys moving forward to pass your driving test. If you fail the theory test, move you forward to get better and pass it the next time round. So don't keep studying, because you can study and then at the end of the day, you don't take it at all. Before you know it, you're in 2024. Right, so for those of you that's got a test this week, I wish you luck with it. For those of you who haven't got a test, keep studying, but join Discord and we'll have a conversation in it at some point this week. So take care, enjoy the rest of the week, be safe. See ya.